Hi skiers, I'm Jeff from skiessentials.com.
I'm Bob, hi.
Bob and I are here today testing some, gosh, you know, a lot of these skis that we're testing are 2022. That's pretty wild.
That's the future.
But yeah, Bob right now is on the 2021 Kastle MX88. We've been skiing them, and you specifically have been doing some kind of extended testing on those for, what, about a week now, Bob?
Yep.
So yeah, Bob's been spending some time on the MX88. Great ski. What we're gonna do, we're gonna take a couple more test runs here, kind of round out our testing on the MX88, and then we're gonna try and find a spot that's a little warmer with less wind, because it's pretty cold and blustery today. And then we'll talk a little bit more about it. What do you think, Bob?
That sounds good.
All right, so we'll see you in a couple runs. Hey skiers, we're back. We just did a couple more runs testing some Kastle skis. Thought we would take a break down here a little lower on the mountain. A little warmer. It's pretty cold today.
There's a big difference between the bottom and the top.
Yeah, it really is. We had some camera malfunctions coming down just due to the cold. But yeah, Bob, MX88 continues to just be an absolute blast.
Yeah, definitely.
What do you think?
And just a perfect ski for conditions and stuff like that for today, with, you know, hard snow, but it's converts to sugar, and then it's soft, and then it's hard in between. So you really want something that has that versatility to handle it.
Right.
And at that higher end that these Kastle skis have, I mean, it's just a sheer joy.
Right. Now this MX88, this replaces the MX89. Bob, take us through some of the changes of this 88 compared to that 89.
Yeah, the big one is the addition of the tip rocker, and it's pretty slight. We did a little car racks test.
Camber test, yeah.
Camber test. Pretty slight tip rocker, but it does make a difference. I just remember that 89 and the other fully cambered MX skis, just really initial hookup was just instantaneous.
Yeah.
And these just have a little bit of a lag.
Yeah, we're gonna let this people by. Yeah, so a little bit of tip rocker on this new ski, and then we also get that carbon inlay in the Holotech, which I think, you know, I don't even care. Even if it doesn't do anything, it just looks amazing.
I actually looked it up last night, and they do say it does something.
I'm sure it does. I was being silly.
Right, but they're just taking a little, it's that outer rim that's carbon, and it used to not be carbon. So now it is, and so you're getting a little bit more stiffness in that Holotech tip.
Yep. Now, so back to performance. I mean, other than those changes, we still get wood core, 2 sheets of metal.
Yep.
You know, this thing's still mostly camber. There's no early taper in it, pretty much extended side cut. This thing rips.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah,
I mean, it's unbelievable. So what do you think? Just linking carbs on groomers.
Yeah, tons of energy. You know, you can feel it just pop right out of the tail. And then that's what you're gonna get from this premium ski, is just that just sublime energy coming out of the turn.
Yeah, it's really cool, because I feel like when you get, you know, I think it's fair to say that there are a decent amount of skis on the market that feel this damp.
Yep.
But when you get to this damp feeling, it's rare that they have that much energy.
Right.
And they're just like, it's got to be one of my favorite all mountain skis to link carving turns on. Right. And it has been for like a decade.
Yeah.
And they just keep, it's just so good. It's hard to explain. You know, we're skiing some of the FX stuff today and some ZX and all sorts of stuff, and I was on mostly that stuff throughout the day, and then just switched to these MX88s, and like, I don't ski skis like this that often, but every time I get on these skis, I'm like, why don't I just do this every day?
Well, you do have to be on it. You know, there is
yeah.
there is a requirement to being able to handle this ski.
Yeah.
And that's, you do have to pay attention. A little less than the 89, thanks to that little bit of tip rocker.
Yeah.
But still, I mean, you got to work hard to get the energy out of the turn. It's not as automatic as, you know, it's somewhat of a softer ski, but
Right.
you know, the reward is just phenomenal.
Now, what do you think about all Mountain Versatility? Because I know, like, last week when we were out testing it, we had slightly more soft snow, a little bit more variable conditions, and like taking it down center line, it looked like you were doing just fine.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I kind of like it more today when it's harder and more icy.
Okay.
You know, you just get that edge grip.
Yep.
You know, the tips, definitely with the Holotech and that early rise, you know, you can feel it in the softer snow. It doesn't quite hook as much as the older skis did.
Yep.
So it is a little bit more floaty, a little bit more drifty, but that's a very relative, you know, relative term.
Yeah, and I think it's fair to say that if you're choosing this ski and you're going to take it into variable, more technical, more challenging terrain like that,
yeah,
you better be a pretty good skier.
Right, and they're not light, you know, so
yeah.
That stability does come at a cost, and you know, generally it's weight. So it's not a feather on your feet, but you know, the amount of energy you get out of it kind of makes it almost have that weightless feeling, especially in the transition.
Right. Yeah, no, they're just so good.
Yeah.
Anything you wanna add on the MX88? I'm getting real cold.
Okay, just that they match my poles really well.
Oh yeah,
so
look at
that was a big bonus for us.
Yep.
For this test. So.
Yeah, and I think the only thing that I want to add before we go back to our cars and warm up here is that the price often comes up with Kastle.
Yep.
People always ask, like, are these skis really worth? I think this is a $1,200 ski.
Right.
And like, I just made 20 turns that each one felt like about $1,000. So it's a hard ski to describe until you ski it. You know, you can ski other skis that are designed like this and shaped like this and have metal like this, and then you ski an MX88 and it's just super fun. So yeah, and to go back to what we mentioned at the beginning of this video, we've been testing a bunch of Kastle skis today, so we'll have a lot more information to share with you. Last week, Bob also skied the MX88 and the Storm Rider 88 from Stokely back to back, so we'll probably do a Storm Rider 88 review soon as well. Those are both, you know, over $1,000, 88 underfoot, so I think a pretty cool comparison there.
A lot of money on my feet those days.
A lot of money on your feet, a lot of money on your ski rack, that's for sure. And yeah, with that, my toes are completely numb. I can't feel my right hand holding this GoPro anymore. So we're gonna go warm up. Let us know if you have any questions about the MX88. And yeah, we'll see you guys out here, hopefully on a slightly warmer day, just slightly warmer.
3 degrees.
Yeah. All right, thanks guys.
Bye.